Close your eyes now. Feel the soft rhythm pulsing in your chest. There it is, your heart, beating its ancient song. Lub-dub. 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 This gentle drumbeat has been with you since before you took your first breath. It has counted every second of your life. Every laugh. Every tear. Every quiet moment like this one. Your heart is more than muscle and blood. It is your personal timekeeper. A clock made of living tissue. Each beat marks another moment in your story. But tonight, we're going to discover something wonderful. Something that will change how you think about time forever. Right now, your heart beats roughly once every second. Scientists call this your resting heart rate. When you're calm, like you are now, it settles into this peaceful rhythm. 60 beats. 60 seconds. 1 minute of your life. Think about all the clocks around you. The digital numbers glowing on your phone. The old grandfather clock ticking in the hallway. The watch your grandmother gave you for your birthday. They all measure the same seconds. The same minutes. The same hours. Or do they? Here's where our journey begins to get interesting. Here's where science becomes poetry. Imagine you're holding a handful of sand. Each grain represents 1 second of time. You let the sand slip slowly through your fingers. Grain by grain. Second by second. This is how you've always imagined time. Steady. Unchanging. Flowing at the same speed for everyone, everywhere. But what if I told you that's not quite true? What if time is more like water than sand? Water that can flow fast in narrow streams. Water that can pool and slow in quiet ponds. Water that changes its speed depending on where it flows and how it moves. Your heartbeat knows this secret. Deep in your chest, it keeps time for your body. But your body exists in a universe where time itself can stretch and squeeze. Where seconds can become longer or shorter. Where minutes can speed up or slow down. This isn't magic. This isn't science fiction. This is the real world. The universe you live in right now. Albert Einstein discovered this truth more than a century ago. He found that time is not the rigid ruler we once believed it to be. Instead, time is flexible. Alive. Responsive to motion and gravity and speed. Think of your favorite tree outside your window. Its branches sway differently in different winds. In a gentle breeze, they move slowly, gracefully. In a strong wind, they whip back and forth quickly. The tree is the same. But its motion changes based on the forces around it. Time behaves like those branches. It responds to the forces in the universe. It moves differently in different places. At different speeds. Under different conditions. This discovery changed everything. It revealed that the universe is far stranger and more beautiful than anyone had imagined. It showed us that space and time are woven together like threads in a cosmic fabric. A fabric that can stretch. A fabric that can bend. Tonight, you're going to take a journey through this flexible universe. You're going to discover what happens to time when you travel very, very fast. When you approach the speed of light itself. You're going to learn about spacecraft that become time machines. About twins who age at different rates. About clocks that tick slower when they move faster. But first, let's return to your heartbeat. Let's listen to this faithful timekeeper one more time. Feel it now. Steady and sure. This rhythm has been humanity's first clock for millions of years. Long before we built timepieces or studied stars, we measured our lives by the beating of our hearts. Indigenous peoples around the world still use heartbeats to measure short periods of time. They'll say something takes 20 heartbeats or 100 heartbeats. Your heart becomes the clock. Your life becomes the measure. But here's the truly wonderful thing. As you travel through space at incredible speeds, your heart will continue its faithful rhythm. It will beat at the same rate it always has. From your perspective, time will feel completely normal. The magic happens when you compare your heart's rhythm to the hearts of those you've left behind. Imagine your best friend staying on Earth while you travel to distant stars. Both of your hearts beat steadily. Both of you feel time passing normally. But when you return and stand together again, something beautiful and strange will have occurred. Your hearts will have beaten different numbers of times. Your bodies will have aged different amounts. Time itself will have flowed differently for each of you. This is not a story. This is science. This is the universe revealing one of its most elegant secrets. Your heartbeat is about to become part of a cosmic symphony. A rhythm that dances with the very fabric of space and time. A beat that connects you to the deepest mysteries of existence. As you rest here tonight, feeling that gentle pulse in your chest, you're already beginning to understand something profound. Time is not separate from you. It's not something that happens to you from the outside. Time is woven into your very being. Into every cell. Every breath. Every heartbeat. And soon you'll discover just how intimate and personal this cosmic dance really is. You'll learn how your own journey through space and time makes you part of the universe's greatest story. But for now, just listen. Just feel. Let your heartbeat guide you deeper into wonder. Let it carry you toward the extraordinary revelations that await in the chapters ahead, where Einstein's gentle revolution will unfold like a flower blooming in the cosmic darkness. Picture a 16-year-old boy sitting by his bedroom window. The afternoon sun streams through the glass, casting dancing patterns of light across his desk. His name is Albert Einstein. But he doesn't know yet that his name will become synonymous with genius. Right now, he's just a curious teenager with wild, unruly hair. A boy who asks questions that make his teachers uncomfortable. A dreamer who stares at sunbeams and wonders impossible things. Albert watches the light move across his wall. Golden rays shift as clouds pass overhead. Shadows dance and change. Light seems so alive, so playful. So mysterious. Then a question forms in his young mind. A question that will change everything. What would it be like, he wonders, to ride alongside a beam of light? Close your eyes and imagine this with him. You're sitting on a ray of sunshine, traveling at the speed of light itself. What would you see? What would you feel? How would the world look from this impossible perspective? This wasn't just idle daydreaming. This was the beginning of a revolution. A gentle revolution that would transform how humanity understands the universe. Einstein couldn't stop thinking about his imaginary light-speed journey. The question followed him through his teenage years. It whispered to him during boring lectures. It kept him awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering. Most people would have let such a strange question fade away. But Einstein was different. He held on to wonder the way a child holds on to a favorite toy. He refused to let go of curiosity. Years passed. The boy became a young man. He worked in a patent office in Switzerland, examining other people's inventions during the day. But at night, in his small apartment, he continued his light-speed journey in his mind. He began to realize something extraordinary. Something that challenged everything scientists believed about space and time. For centuries, brilliant minds had assumed that time flowed the same way for everyone. That space was like an empty stage where the drama of the universe played out. That these two things, space and time, were completely separate. Einstein discovered they were wrong. Through pure thought, through mental experiments as careful as any done in a laboratory, he uncovered a stunning truth. Space and time are not separate at all. They are woven together into a single fabric. A cosmic tapestry that can stretch and bend and curve. He called this fabric spacetime. Imagine a large, soft blanket stretched tight between four people. This blanket represents spacetime. Now picture rolling a heavy marble across the blanket. The marble creates a small dip, a gentle curve in the fabric. This is what massive objects do to spacetime. They bend it. They curve it. They create ripples that travel outward like waves on a pond. But Einstein's revelation went even deeper. He realized that time itself is part of this bendable fabric. When spacetime curves, time curves with it. When spacetime stretches, time stretches too. This means that time is not the rigid clockwork mechanism people had imagined. Time is alive, flexible, responsive to the dance of matter and energy throughout the cosmos. Einstein published these ideas in 1905 and 1915. Papers that would be called the special theory of relativity and the general theory of relativity. But don't let those formal names fool you. At their heart, these theories are poetry written in the language of mathematics. They tell us that nothing in the universe is quite what it seems. That reality is far stranger and more beautiful than our everyday experience suggests. The young man who once dreamed of riding light beams had discovered that time could slow down. That space could shrink. That gravity was not a force pulling objects together, but the curvature of spacetime itself. Think about that for a moment. Gravity, the force that keeps your feet on the ground, that makes apples fall from trees, is actually the bending of the universe itself. You are not being pulled down toward Earth. You are following the natural curve of spacetime, like a marble rolling along the dip in that cosmic blanket. Einstein's discoveries seemed impossible. They challenged common sense. They suggested that the universe operated according to rules that felt like magic. But they were true. Every prediction Einstein made has been confirmed by experiment after experiment. His gentle revolution has become the foundation of modern physics. GPS satellites orbiting above your head right now use Einstein's equations to stay on course. Without accounting for the effects of relativity, these satellites would drift off target by miles within a single day. The atomic clocks aboard these satellites tick slightly faster than identical clocks on Earth's surface. Just as Einstein predicted they would. Time flows differently at different heights in Earth's gravitational field. This is not theory anymore. This is technology you use every day. But perhaps the most beautiful part of Einstein's story is not his scientific achievement. It's his approach to discovery. He never stopped asking childlike questions. He never lost his sense of wonder about simple things like sunbeams dancing through windows. Einstein once said that imagination is more important than knowledge. He understood that the deepest truths about the universe often come not from complex calculations, but from the willingness to dream impossible dreams. The teenager who wondered about riding light beams grew up to show us that such rides are not just possible, they're happening all around us, all the time. Particles of light are constantly taking these journeys, racing across space at the ultimate speed limit of the universe. And from their perspective, these journeys happen in no time at all. For a photon, a particle of light, traveling from the sun to your eye, the entire journey takes place in a single instant. From the photon's point of view, time does not exist. This is what Einstein's imagination revealed. That the universe contains perspectives and experiences far beyond our daily understanding. That reality includes viewpoints where time stands still and space shrinks to nothing. Tonight, as you drift toward sleep, you can take comfort in knowing that you live in Einstein's universe. A cosmos where time is gentle and flexible. Where space responds to the presence of matter like a living thing. You are part of a reality far more wonderful than the rigid clockwork universe that scientists once imagined. And soon, you'll discover what this means for your own journey through the stars. You'll learn how Einstein's gentle revolution makes every spacecraft a time machine, carrying its passengers through the flexible fabric of spacetime itself. In the darkness of your room tonight, light is dancing all around you. Invisible to your closed eyes, but present nonetheless. Radio waves from distant stations. The gentle glow of your phone screen. The faint starlight streaming through your window from suns billions of miles away. All of this light moves at exactly the same speed. Always. Without exception. This speed has a number. A beautiful, precise number that scientists have measured with extraordinary care. Light travels at 186,282 miles per second. or if you prefer the gentler rhythm of metric measurements, 299,792,458 meters per second. But numbers, no matter how precise, cannot capture the true wonder of what this speed means. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast, still lake at sunrise. You toss a pebble into the water. Ripples spread outward in perfect circles. Each ripple moves at the same speed across the surface. No matter how big the pebble. No matter how hard you throw it. The ripples always travel at the speed that water allows. The universe has its own lake. Its own medium through which waves can travel. But this cosmic lake is not made of water. It is made of something far more mysterious. Something scientists call the fabric of spacetime itself. Light rides across this fabric like ripples on cosmic water. And just like those ripples on the lake, light always travels at the same speed. The speed that the universe allows. The speed that spacetime demands. This is the speed of light. The cosmic speed limit. The ultimate boundary that governs everything that exists. But here's where the story becomes truly magical. This speed limit does something extraordinary to time itself. Think about a race car speeding around a track. From your seat in the stands, the car appears to move very fast. But to the driver, sitting inside the car, everything feels normal. The steering wheel doesn't feel like it's moving at all. The seat doesn't feel like it's rushing through space. Now imagine that race car approaching the speed of light. Strange things begin to happen. Not just to the car, but to time itself. Einstein discovered that as anything approaches light speed, time begins to slow down. Not just the clocks aboard the speeding object. Time itself. The very fabric of moments and duration and the flow of existence. This isn't a malfunction of clocks. This isn't an illusion. This is the universe revealing one of its deepest truths. Time and space are married to each other in a cosmic dance. When you move very fast through space, you move more slowly through time. When you slow down in space, you speed up in time. Always, the two balance each other perfectly. It's as if the universe has given each of us a certain amount of motion to spend. We can spend it moving through space. Or we can spend it moving through time. But we cannot spend more than our allotted amount. Right now, as you rest quietly in your bed, you are moving through time at its maximum rate. You are spending almost all of your cosmic motion on the journey through time. Very little on movement through space. But if you were to climb aboard a spacecraft and accelerate toward the stars, everything would change. As your speed through space increased, your speed through time would decrease. The universe would automatically make this adjustment. Perfectly. Precisely. Without fail. This is why the speed of light is so special. It represents the ultimate trade-off. If anything could actually reach light speed, and only light itself can do this, it would stop moving through time entirely. For particles of light, photons racing across the cosmos, time does not exist. From the moment they are born in the heart of a distant star to the moment they touch your eye, no time passes at all. Their entire journey, no matter how many billions of miles, happens in a single instant. This is what Einstein realized during his teenage thought experiment. When he imagined riding alongside a beam of light, he was imagining what it would feel like to exist outside of time itself. The answer is both simple and profound. It would feel like nothing at all. No duration. No waiting. No sense of before or after. Just eternal presence in a single, infinite moment. But you cannot join this timeless dance. Nothing with mass can reach the speed of light. The universe prevents this with an elegant barrier. As any object approaches light speed, it would require infinite energy to go faster. The cosmos simply won't allow it. This is not a limitation. This is a gift. This cosmic speed limit is what makes time travel possible. It's what allows spacecraft to become time machines. It's what creates the beautiful, strange effects you'll experience on your journey to the stars. When your spacecraft accelerates to very high speeds, perhaps 90% of light speed, time aboard your vessel will slow dramatically compared to Earth. Your heart will beat at its normal rhythm. Your thoughts will flow at their natural pace. Your body will age as it always has. But back on Earth, time will race ahead. Clocks will tick faster. Seasons will change more quickly. Years will pass like months. This is the sacred dance of light speed. The cosmic choreography that Einstein discovered. A universe where space and time are partners in an eternal waltz, forever balancing each other's steps. Scientists have proven this dance exists. They've measured it in particle accelerators, where tiny fragments of matter race around circular tracks at nearly light speed. These particles live much longer than they should, their internal clock slowed by their incredible velocity. They've seen it in muons, particles created when cosmic rays strike our atmosphere. These muons should decay long before reaching Earth's surface. But their high-speed journey through our atmosphere slows their internal time. Many survive the trip, arriving at the ground like temporal refugees from a slower-flowing river of time. Even GPS satellites experience this sacred dance. Orbiting high above Earth, they move fast enough that their onboard clocks tick slightly slower than identical clocks on the ground. Without constant correction for this time dilation, your phone's map would guide you to locations miles from where you intended to go. The speed of light governs everything. Every electromagnetic wave. Every radio signal. Every glimmer of starlight. Every flash of lightning. Every warm ray of sunshine on your face. All of these phenomena ride the same cosmic current at exactly the same speed. They are all part of light's sacred dance through space-time. As you prepare for your imaginary journey to the stars, remember this: the speed of light is not just a number in a physics textbook. It is the heartbeat of the universe itself. The rhythm that governs the flow of time and the shape of space. And soon, you'll discover what happens when your own heartbeat begins to dance to this cosmic rhythm, as your spacecraft carries you closer to the sacred speed that shapes all of existence. Chapter 4: When Time Becomes Liquid. Imagine time not as a rigid clockwork, but as something fluid and alive, stretching in some places, flowing faster in others. As your spacecraft accelerates through the cosmic darkness, something extraordinary begins to happen to the very seconds that make up your existence. You are sitting in your spacecraft now. The engines hum with gentle power beneath your feet. Through the viewing window, Earth hangs like a blue marble against the infinite black of space. Your journey to the stars is about to begin. The captain's voice comes softly through the intercom. Acceleration in 30 seconds. You settle back into your seat and close your eyes. Your heart beats its familiar rhythm. Your breath flows in and out at its natural pace. Everything feels normal. Peaceful. Just as it should. But something extraordinary is about to happen. Something that will change your relationship with time itself. 10 seconds, the captain announces. You feel the first gentle push as the engines ignite. The spacecraft begins to move. Slowly at first. Then faster. Then faster still. Through your closed eyelids, you sense the stars beginning to shift. Your vessel accelerates smoothly through the cosmic dark. 1% of light speed. 5%. 10%. To you, inside the spacecraft, nothing seems different. Your heart continues its steady beat. Your thoughts flow at their normal pace. The coffee in your cup sits perfectly still, unbothered by your incredible velocity. But something profound is happening all around you. Something invisible yet absolute. Time itself is beginning to change. Not for you. From your perspective, time flows exactly as it always has. Each second feels like every second you've ever experienced. Each minute unfolds with its familiar 60 beats of your heart. But compared to the time flowing on Earth, something miraculous has begun. Your seconds are stretching. Growing longer. Becoming deeper and more spacious. Like honey warming in sunlight, time aboard your spacecraft grows thick and rich and slow. This is time dilation. Einstein's most beautiful prediction coming to life. Imagine a river flowing toward the sea. In some places, the river runs narrow and fast, rushing between rocky banks. In other places, it spreads wide and slow, meandering through peaceful meadows. The same water flows in both places, but its speed depends on the shape of the land it moves through. Time behaves like this cosmic river. It flows at different speeds depending on the landscape of spacetime around it. Near massive objects, time flows slowly, like water through a wide valley. Far from gravity's influence, time runs faster, like a mountain stream. But motion creates its own landscape. As your spacecraft accelerates, it carves a new channel through spacetime. A channel where time flows more slowly, more gently, more peacefully than the rushing time stream you've left behind on Earth. 20% of light speed now. Your ship's computers adjust course with mechanical precision. The stars outside begin to shift color. Blue light from the stars ahead. Red light from the stars behind. This is the Doppler effect. Light waves compressed and stretched by your motion, like the changing pitch of a train whistle as it passes. But you don't notice these changes. Inside your vessel, everything remains beautifully normal. Your wristwatch ticks its steady rhythm. The digital clocks on the control panels count seconds and minutes exactly as they always have. From your perspective, nothing has changed at all. This is the most elegant part of Einstein's universe. No matter how fast you travel, no matter how dramatically time dilates, you never feel the effects directly. Time always feels normal to you because you are part of the flow. You are riding the river of time. And when you're in the river, you move with the current. The water around you feels still and peaceful, even when the river itself flows slowly compared to other streams. 30% of light speed. 40%. Back on Earth, your twin brother is eating breakfast. He butters his toast and checks his watch. For him, only minutes have passed since your departure. His time flows at its normal rate, unmarked by your journey. But aboard your spacecraft, those same Earth minutes have become something more spacious, more generous. Your minutes contain more moments, more heartbeats, more opportunities for thought and reflection. It's as if the universe has given you extra time. Bonus seconds tucked between the regular ticks of cosmic clockwork. 50% of light speed now. The effect becomes more pronounced. For every 2 seconds that pass on Earth, you experience something closer to 2.5 seconds. The difference is small but real. Measurable. Beautiful. Your spacecraft has become a time machine. Not the dramatic, fictional kind that leaps between centuries, but a gentle, scientific time machine that carries you through duration at your own peaceful pace. Think of it like this. Imagine 2 streams flowing down a mountainside. One cascades quickly over steep rocks. The other winds slowly through a gentle valley. Both streams flow toward the same distant lake. Both carry the same precious water. But the valley stream takes longer to complete its journey. It experiences more curves, more pools, more quiet moments reflecting the sky. You are now in the valley stream of time. Your journey through duration has become more spacious, more contemplative, richer with possibility. 60% of light speed. The time dilation grows stronger. Your seconds stretch like taffy in cosmic hands. Not that you feel this stretching. To you, time remains perfectly normal. But compared to Earth's timeline, you are beginning to drift into a slower, deeper current. Your coffee cools at its normal rate. Your plants grow at their natural pace. Your body ages exactly as it should. But all of these processes now unfold in a time stream that flows more gently than the one you left behind. This is not science fiction. This is the real universe revealing one of its most generous gifts. The gift of flexible time. Elastic duration. Moments that can expand like accordion music, creating space for wonder. 70% of light speed. Now the effects become dramatic. For every Earth second that passes, you experience nearly 1.5 seconds aboard your ship. Time has become noticeably liquid, flowing like warm amber around your journey. Your twin on Earth ages faster than you now. Not because anything has gone wrong, but because time itself flows differently in your respective rivers. He rides the swift current. You float in the peaceful backwater. Both experiences are equally real. Equally valid. The universe doesn't prefer one time stream over another. It simply allows them both to exist, like a composer writing harmony with multiple melodic lines. 80% of light speed. Time stretches even further. Your seconds become long and luxurious. Your minutes contain multitudes. The difference between your time stream and Earth's timeline grows with each passing moment. Yet inside your spacecraft, everything remains wonderfully normal. Your heart beats its faithful rhythm. Your thoughts flow at their natural pace. You are riding time's liquid current with perfect grace. The coffee in your cup sits still and warm. The digital displays count their steady numbers. The air recycling system hums its mechanical lullaby. All of these familiar sounds and sensations anchor you in the comfortable flow of your own temporal river. 90% of light speed now. Time has become honey. Golden, viscous, flowing slowly around your spacecraft like a cosmic embrace. For every Earth second, you experience more than 2 seconds of your own peaceful time. This is the sacred mathematics of Einstein's universe. As your velocity approaches the cosmic speed limit, time dilation approaches infinity. Time doesn't stop. That would require actually reaching light speed, which is impossible for anything with mass. But it slows toward a gentle, dreamy crawl. You have entered a realm where time itself becomes your ally. Where duration stretches to accommodate wonder. Where the universe grants you extra moments to contemplate the stars. And as your spacecraft continues its journey through this liquid time stream, you begin to sense a deeper mystery unfolding. Somewhere behind you, in the faster-flowing river of Earth's time, your twin brother continues his life at the familiar pace you once knew. While you float peacefully through the liquid time stream of your spacecraft, your twin brother stands in the garden behind your childhood home. The morning sun rises over the familiar oak tree where you both carved your initials years ago. He checks his watch. 6 hours have passed since your departure. To him, this feels perfectly normal. 6 Earth hours. 360 Earth minutes. 21,600 Earth seconds. Time flows around him exactly as it always has, steady and predictable as the sunrise itself. But something beautiful and strange is happening. Something he cannot see or feel, but which is nonetheless absolutely real. Those 6 hours of his experience correspond to something different aboard your spacecraft. In your liquid time stream, flowing slowly through Einstein's universe, more time has passed. Perhaps 7 hours. Perhaps 8. The exact amount depends on your velocity, but the difference is growing with each moment. Your twin waters the tomato plants you helped him start last spring. The red fruit hangs heavy on the vine, ripening in Earth's familiar rhythm. He picks a few for breakfast, just as you both did countless summer mornings before your journey began. The taste is exactly as he remembers. Sweet and warm and full of sunshine. Earth's flavors, unchanged by your absence, unmarked by the cosmic dance unfolding light years away. He doesn't feel like he's moving. The garden feels perfectly still. The morning air holds that same gentle quiet you both loved as children. But of course, he is moving. Earth carries him through space at tremendous speed. Our planet orbits the Sun at 67,000 miles per hour. The solar system itself rushes through the galaxy at nearly 500,000 miles per hour. The entire Milky Way spins through the universe at speeds that would make your spacecraft seem slow by comparison. Yet none of this motion affects time the way your journey does. Velocity alone doesn't create time dilation. What matters is the change in velocity. The acceleration. The departure from one reference frame to enter another. Your twin has remained in Earth's steady reference frame. his time stream flows at the cosmic baseline rate. The rate that mountains and oceans and growing plants have known for billions of years. But you have entered a different frame entirely. A faster, newer current in the river of spacetime. Your twin drives to work along the same route you both traveled together just last week. The traffic moves with its usual morning sluggishness. Red lights pause his journey at familiar intersections. Everything proceeds according to Earth's ancient rhythms. At his office, he checks email, answers phone calls, attends a meeting about quarterly projections. The wall clock ticks its reliable seconds. His computer displays the date and time with digital precision. None of these devices register anything unusual. Why would they? They all share his reference frame. They all ride the same time stream. From their collective perspective, time behaves exactly as it should. But if these Earth clocks could somehow compare themselves to the clocks aboard your spacecraft, they would discover something wonderful. They are running fast. Racing ahead through time while your ship's clocks tick more slowly, more thoughtfully, more gently through each expanded second. During his lunch break, your twin sits on a park bench and looks up at the sky. Somewhere among those stars, invisible to his naked eye, your spacecraft continues its journey. He imagines you looking back at Earth's sun, now just another point of light in the cosmic darkness. He has no way of knowing that as he sits here, eating his sandwich in Earth's normal time stream, you're experiencing lunch in a different kind of duration entirely. Your meal unfolds in moments that have been stretched by Einstein's equations. Seconds that contain more space for contemplation. Both lunches are equally real. Both experiences of time are equally valid. The universe doesn't prefer one perspective over the other. It simply allows both to exist, like two streams flowing toward the same distant ocean at different speeds. Your twin returns to work. The afternoon passes in its familiar way. Meetings. Phone calls. The gentle fatigue that comes with Earth's 24-hour cycle. His body follows rhythms evolved over millions of years in this particular time stream. But your body, traveling through liquid time, follows those same biological rhythms at a different pace. Your cells divide more slowly compared to Earth's timeline. Your heart beats the same number of times per day from your perspective, but those days themselves have become longer and more spacious. This is the twin paradox. Not really a paradox at all, but a beautiful consequence of living in Einstein's flexible universe. When evening comes, your twin stands again in the garden. The same oak tree casts longer shadows now. The same sun settles toward the same horizon. Earth's day cycle continues its ancient pattern, unchanged by cosmic revelations about the nature of time. He looks up at the first stars appearing in the twilight sky. Venus hangs low and bright above the western horizon. The constellation Orion rises in the east, its familiar stars arranged exactly as they appeared to your childhood eyes. But time has been quietly working its magic. While one Earth day has passed in the garden, something slightly different has occurred aboard your spacecraft. Perhaps 1 day and 3 hours. Perhaps 1 day and 6 hours. The discrepancy grows larger as your velocity increases. Your twin doesn't feel this difference. He experiences time exactly as humans always have. 1 second following another in steady succession. One heartbeat, then the next, then the next. The rhythm of consciousness flowing through duration at its natural pace. Yet something profound has begun. A gentle separation in the flow of time itself. 2 identical lives, born from the same moment, now aging at slightly different rates. 2 hearts beating to slightly different cosmic rhythms. This isn't science fiction. This isn't imagination. This is the real universe, operating according to laws that Einstein discovered but which have governed reality since the first star ignited. Time dilation happens constantly around us. GPS satellites experience it. Particle accelerators reveal it. Even jets flying at high altitude accumulate tiny fractions of extra time compared to the ground below. But your journey makes these usually invisible effects dramatic and personal. Your voyage transforms the abstract mathematics of relativity into a lived, human experience. Your twin brushes his teeth with the same toothbrush he's used for months. He sets his alarm clock for the same time he sets it every night. He falls asleep in the same bed where you both once shared childhood dreams of traveling to the stars. His dreams unfold in Earth's time stream. They follow the familiar pace of REM cycles evolved under this planet's gravity, in this solar system's light, in this galaxy's gentle rotation. But your dreams, when they come, will unfold in a different kind of duration. In moments stretched by velocity. In a time stream flowing like honey through the cosmic dark. And as both of you sleep, he in Earth's swift current, you in space's slower stream, the universe continues its elegant mathematics, weaving two timelines from what was once a single shared experience of now. Listen carefully to the quiet sounds around you in your spacecraft. The soft hum of life support systems. The gentle whir of computers processing navigation data. The barely audible tick of the chronometer on the control panel. Each of these sounds marks time passing. Each represents a different kind of clock, measuring duration in its own precise way. But tonight, you'll discover that all these clocks are whispering the same secret. A secret about time itself. Look at your wrist. There, beneath your skin, pulses the most ancient timekeeper of all. Your heart. 68 beats per minute, just as it has always been. Lub-dub. 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 This biological clock has not changed since your journey began. From your perspective, it beats with exactly the same rhythm it maintained on Earth. Your body feels no difference. Your pulse knows no alteration in its steady song. Yet something profound has occurred. Something invisible but absolute. Your heartbeat has become a moving clock. And Einstein's universe treats moving clocks in a special way. Think of a grandfather clock in a quiet hallway. Its pendulum swings back and forth with metronomic precision. Tick. Tock. Tick. Tock. Each swing takes exactly 1 second, measured against every other clock in the house. Now imagine somehow carrying that grandfather clock aboard a speeding train. From inside the train car, the pendulum still swings normally. Tick. Tock. Tick. Tock. The clock's behavior appears unchanged to passengers riding alongside it. But to someone standing on the platform, watching the train flash past, something different happens. Einstein showed us that the moving clock runs slow compared to stationary clocks left behind. Your heart is that moving clock now. Your pulse has become a pendulum swinging through liquid time. From your perspective, nothing has changed. Your heart beats its familiar rhythm. Your breathing follows its natural cycle. Your thoughts flow at their accustomed pace. But compared to your twin's heart back on Earth, your biological timekeeper has begun its gentle deceleration. Not that you feel it. The slowing happens to time itself, not to your personal experience of duration. Look around your spacecraft's cabin. Digital displays glow softly in the dim light. Numbers change with electronic precision. 14 hours 23 minutes and 7 seconds, 14 hours 23 minutes and 8 seconds. 14 hours 23 minutes and 9 seconds, these are atomic clocks. The most accurate timepieces humanity has ever created. They measure duration by counting the vibrations of cesium atoms. 9,192,631,770 vibrations per second. These atomic oscillations form the foundation of Earth's official time. GPS satellites use them. Stock markets depend on them. Scientists around the world synchronize their experiments using these precise atomic heartbeats. But aboard your spacecraft, something beautiful has happened to these atomic rhythms. The cesium atoms continue their vibrations exactly as they always have. From their perspective, nothing has changed. 9 billion vibrations still equal 1 second in their reference frame. Yet compared to identical atomic clocks on Earth, your spacecraft's timepieces have begun their cosmic deceleration. They tick more slowly through Einstein's curved spacetime. They measure duration in longer, more spacious seconds. This is not a malfunction. This is the universe operating exactly as Einstein predicted it would. Time dilation affects every clock equally. Mechanical clocks with spinning gears. Electronic clocks with quartz crystals. Atomic clocks with cesium atoms. Biological clocks with beating hearts. All of them slow down together as they travel through space at high velocity. All of them maintain perfect synchronization with each other while falling gently behind the time stream they left on Earth. Think of a symphony orchestra playing in perfect harmony. Every instrument follows the same conductor's baton. The violins, the cellos, the brass section, the percussion, all keeping identical time. Now imagine the entire orchestra aboard your spacecraft. They still play in perfect unison with each other. The music still sounds beautiful and coordinated. But compared to an identical orchestra performing the same piece on Earth, your space-based musicians play their song more slowly. The music doesn't sound slow to you. From inside the spacecraft, the tempo feels exactly right. But if you could somehow compare the two performances side by side, you would hear the difference. Earth's orchestra racing ahead, your space orchestra taking more time to express each musical phrase. This is what happens to every clock aboard your vessel. They form their own synchronized orchestra of time measurement. Each one keeping perfect rhythm with the others. Each one measuring duration in the same stretched seconds. Your wristwatch ticks in harmony with the atomic clocks. The atomic clocks pulse in sync with your heartbeat. Your heartbeat matches the electronic rhythms of the ship's computers. Everything aboard your spacecraft shares the same gentle, slow time stream. But there's something even more beautiful about this cosmic clockwork. Something that reveals the deeper poetry of Einstein's universe. Every atom in your body has become a tiny clock. Every electron spinning around its nucleus. Every vibration of every molecule. Every chemical reaction keeping you alive. All of these microscopic processes slow down together. All of them experience time dilation equally. This is why you feel no difference in the passage of time. This is why your biological processes continue normally. You are not separate from your clocks. You are made of clocks. Billions of them. Trillions of them. All keeping synchronized time in your personal time stream. Your DNA replicates at its normal rate, in your reference frame. Your neurons fire at their usual speed, from your perspective. Your muscles contract with their typical timing, in your experience of duration. But all of these processes, when viewed from Earth's faster time stream, have become languid and dreamlike. Slowed not by any mechanical failure, but by the fundamental structure of spacetime itself. This is the whisper that all moving clocks share. The secret they tell to anyone willing to listen carefully to Einstein's universe. Time is not separate from matter. Time is not separate from motion. Time is not separate from life itself. Time is woven into the very fabric of existence. When matter moves through space, time moves with it. When atoms vibrate, they vibrate through time as well as space. When hearts beat, they beat through duration as well as rhythm. Your spacecraft has become a floating island of synchronized time. Every clock aboard it, from the most sophisticated atomic timepiece to the most basic biological rhythm, shares the same slowed relationship with eternity. And as you rest in your captain's chair, listening to these gentle mechanical and biological whispers, you begin to sense an even deeper mystery. These moving clocks are not just measuring time, they are creating your experience of it, weaving together a tapestry of duration that binds you to the very structure of the cosmos itself. As your spacecraft glides through the darkness between stars, you find yourself in a place where gravity barely whispers. Here, in the vast emptiness of interstellar space, you float in weightless freedom. No massive planet pulls at your body. No star tugs at your spacecraft with invisible hands. This is a realm where time flows at its fastest possible rate. Where duration moves as swiftly as the universe allows. But tonight, you'll discover that gravity and time are dance partners in Einstein's cosmic ballroom. Where one leads, the other follows. where one grows stronger, the other grows slower. Remember what it felt like to stand on Earth's surface. Your feet pressed against solid ground. Your body carried its familiar weight. Every step required effort against the planet's gentle but constant pull. You thought of this as simply being heavy. But Einstein revealed something far more beautiful. That weight you felt was actually the curvature of spacetime itself. Imagine a large, soft trampoline stretched tight and level. This represents spacetime in its flat, undisturbed state. Now picture placing a bowling ball in the center of the trampoline. The heavy ball creates a deep depression, curving the surface around itself. Earth is like that bowling ball. Its massive presence curves spacetime into a deep, invisible well. You lived at the bottom of this well for your entire life, never realizing that your weight was actually the feeling of spacetime's curvature. But here's the truly magical part. Time flows differently at different depths in gravity's well. Deep in the well, near Earth's surface, time moves more slowly. Higher up, farther from the planet's mass, time flows more quickly. The difference is small but real. Measurable. Beautiful. This is called gravitational time dilation. And it's happening all around you, all the time. The GPS satellite that once guided your car to your grandmother's house experiences this effect constantly. Orbiting 12,000 miles above Earth's surface, it sits higher in gravity's well than you do on the ground. From the satellite's perspective, its atomic clocks tick normally. But compared to identical clocks on Earth's surface, the satellite's timepieces run fast. About 45 microseconds per day faster. This tiny difference would accumulate quickly. Without constant correction, GPS systems would become useless within hours. Your phone's map would guide you miles away from your intended destination. Engineers must account for Einstein's gravitational time dilation to keep our technology working. They must remember that time itself flows differently at different altitudes. But the effect goes far beyond satellites and technology. It touches every aspect of existence in ways both subtle and profound. Your head ages slightly faster than your feet. Not because your brain works harder than your toes, but because your head sits a few feet higher in Earth's gravitational well. The difference amounts to mere nanoseconds over a human lifetime, but it's real nonetheless. Mountaineers age faster than deep-sea divers. Airplane pilots accumulate extra time compared to subway workers. People living on the top floors of skyscrapers experience duration slightly faster than those in basement apartments. All of these effects are tiny by human standards. You would never notice them in daily life. But they reveal something profound about the nature of reality itself. Time is not separate from space. Time is not independent of matter. Time is woven into the very fabric of existence, responding to the presence of mass and energy like a living thing. Think of spacetime as a vast, three-dimensional ocean. Massive objects create currents in this ocean. Deep currents where time flows slowly. Shallow currents where time rushes quickly. Earth creates a deep, slow current around itself. The sun creates an even deeper one. Black holes create currents so deep and slow that time nearly stops at their edges. Your spacecraft, floating in the emptiness between stars, rides the fastest current of all. Here, far from any massive object, time flows at its maximum rate. Duration moves as quickly as the universe permits. But even this interstellar emptiness is not perfectly flat. Distant galaxies curve spacetime across vast scales. The expansion of the universe itself creates subtle effects on the flow of time. You exist in a cosmos where every grain of sand, every planet, every star contributes to the shape of spacetime. Where the collective mass of everything that exists weaves together into a complex tapestry of curved space and flowing time. This is gravity's true nature. Not a force reaching across empty space to pull objects together, but the geometry of existence itself. The shape that matter gives to the stage on which all cosmic dramas unfold. When you walked on Earth, you weren't being pulled downward by some mysterious force. You were following the natural curve of spacetime, like a marble rolling along the depression created by Earth's mass. Your weight was actually weightlessness. Your feeling of being pulled down was actually the sensation of falling freely through curved spacetime, with Earth's surface rushing up to meet you at exactly the right speed to keep you from completing your fall. This revelation transforms how you understand your place in the universe. You are not separate from spacetime. You are part of it. Your presence, however small, contributes to its curvature. Your mass, however tiny, helps shape the flow of time itself. Every step you ever took bent spacetime infinitesimally. Every heartbeat created microscopic ripples in the fabric of existence. Every breath you drew participated in the cosmic dance between matter and the flow of moments. Now, floating in your spacecraft between the stars, you experience what few humans ever have. You taste time at its fastest rate. You sample duration unslowed by the deep wells of massive objects. Yet even here, you carry Earth's time within you. Your body evolved in that deeper, slower current. Your cells learned their rhythms in gravity's gentle embrace. Your heart learned to beat in time's more languid flow near your home planet's surface. Part of you will always belong to Earth's time stream. Part of you will always carry the memory of gravity's tender hold on duration. But another part of you now belongs to the cosmos itself. To the vast spaces between worlds where time flows swift and free. To the realm where Einstein's equations reveal their clearest truths about the relationship between matter, space, and the passage of moments. As your journey continues through this weightless darkness, you begin to understand that your spacecraft itself has become something more than a vehicle. It has become a laboratory for exploring the deepest mysteries of existence. Look around your spacecraft with new eyes tonight. See the gentle curve of the hull that protects you from cosmic radiation. Notice the soft glow of instrument panels monitoring your life support systems. Feel the barely perceptible vibration of engines maintaining your incredible velocity through the star-filled darkness. This vessel is more than metal and circuitry. More than fuel tanks and navigation computers. It has become something that would have seemed impossible to previous generations of dreamers. Your spacecraft has become a time machine. Not the dramatic, fictional kind that leaps between centuries with flashing lights and spinning wheels. But something far more elegant. Far more real. A machine that carries you through time at a different rate than the rest of humanity experiences. Every rivet in the hull participates in this temporal magic. Every wire in the electrical systems. Every molecule of air you breathe. All of it exists in your personal time stream now, flowing more slowly through Einstein's universe than the time stream you left behind on Earth. Think about the moment your engines first ignited for departure. In that instant, your relationship with time began to change. Not dramatically at first, the initial acceleration created only the tiniest alteration in duration's flow. But each increase in velocity shifted you further into your own temporal current. Each burst of thrust moved you deeper into liquid time. Your spacecraft didn't just carry you away from Earth through space. It carried you away from Earth's time stream itself. The ship's computer records every course correction with mechanical precision. Thrust applied for 3.7 seconds. Velocity increased by 847 meters per second. Trajectory adjusted by 0.23 degrees toward your destination star. But the computer cannot record the most beautiful change of all. With each adjustment, with each moment of acceleration, your personal relationship with eternity shifts slightly. Time itself becomes more spacious around you. Your vessel creates its own pocket of slowed duration. Like a ship moving through calm water, it leaves a wake of altered time flowing behind it through the cosmic dark. Inside this temporal pocket, everything feels perfectly normal. Your coffee cools at its usual rate. Your plants photosynthesize according to their natural rhythms. Your body ages exactly as it should from your perspective. But compared to Earth's faster time stream, all of these processes have become dreamlike. Languid. Stretched like images reflected in still water. This is the true miracle of your journey. Not that you travel between stars, though that too is remarkable. But that you travel between different rates of experiencing existence itself. Your time machine requires no exotic materials. No impossible energies. No violation of physical laws. It operates using the most fundamental principle of Einstein's universe, that space and time are woven together, and motion through one affects motion through the other. The fuel that powers your engines also powers your temporal journey. Each atom of propellant that burns to increase your velocity through space simultaneously decreases your velocity through time. The same energy that carries you toward distant suns also carries you into a more spacious relationship with duration. Consider the beautiful precision of this cosmic trade-off. The universe maintains perfect balance in its accounting. As your kinetic energy increases, your temporal energy decreases. As you gain speed through space, you lose speed through time. But you experience no loss at all. From inside your time machine, you have gained something precious. You have gained extra moments. Bonus seconds tucked between the regular ticks of cosmic clockwork. Your spacecraft's navigation system plots courses through 3 dimensions of space. But it unknowingly navigates through a 4th dimension as well. Through time itself. Each trajectory change moves you through duration at a slightly different angle. When you accelerate toward your destination, you dive deeper into slow time. When you decelerate for orbital maneuvers, you surface briefly toward faster time. Your entire journey becomes a complex dance through the 4-dimensional landscape of spacetime. The ship's artificial gravity system creates a comforting illusion of weight. But it cannot create the illusion of Earth's time stream. That river of duration lies behind you now, flowing faster and faster compared to your gentle temporal current. Your time machine protects you from the harsh vacuum of space. It regulates your temperature, your air pressure, your humidity. But it cannot shield you from the passage of time, only alter its rate. This is the paradox of your journey. You are simultaneously more connected to time and more separated from it than ever before. Connected because your every atom participates in time's cosmic dance. Separated because you dance to a different rhythm than the rest of humanity. Your vessel carries instruments that measure distance, velocity, fuel consumption, and system performance. But no instrument can measure the most important change occurring during your flight. No gauge can display how much extra time you accumulate with each passing day. Only mathematics can reveal this hidden treasure. Einstein's equations calculate precisely how much temporal wealth you gather as you voyage between stars. How many bonus seconds, minutes, and hours your journey deposits in the bank of your personal timeline. When you return to Earth, and someday you will return, this accumulated time will become visible. Measurable. Undeniable. You will have aged less than your twin brother. Your body will carry the proof of Einstein's predictions written in the cells that have experienced duration at a different pace. Your time machine will have given you the most precious gift imaginable. Not immortality, but something almost as wonderful. Extended mortality. A longer relationship with consciousness and wonder and the simple joy of existing in this universe. But that reunion lies in the future. For now, you float in your private time stream, experiencing the universe from a perspective available to very few conscious beings. Your spacecraft hums its mechanical lullaby as it carries you through the cosmic dark. Each vibration marks another moment in your slowed timeline. Each soft sound celebrates another second of expanded duration. The vessel that seemed so small when compared to the vastness of space has become something magnificent when compared to the flow of time. It has become your personal temporal environment. Your portable pocket of altered duration. As you rest in your captain's chair tonight, surrounded by the gentle sounds of your time machine's operation, you might wonder about other vessels in the cosmic darkness. About other conscious beings who have discovered this elegant method of temporal travel. But there is one form of cosmic voyager that experiences time in an even more extraordinary way, travelers of pure energy who race through the universe at the ultimate speed, where time itself ceases to exist entirely. Look out through your spacecraft's viewing window into the star-filled darkness. Every point of light you see, distant suns burning billions of miles away, is speaking to you in a language older than words. They speak in photons. Particles of pure light racing across the cosmos at the ultimate speed. Right now, as you gaze into space, billions of these light particles stream past your ship. Some were born in the nuclear hearts of nearby stars. Others began their journey when the universe was young, carrying ancient messages across impossible distances. Each photon travels at exactly the same speed. 186,282 miles per second. The cosmic speed limit. The boundary between possible and impossible motion through space. But here's the most beautiful secret of all. For these particles of light, traveling at this ultimate velocity, time does not exist. Think about that profound truth as you rest in your captain's chair. Around you, invisible messengers of light rush through the darkness, each one existing in a state of eternal now. No past. No future. No duration between their birth and their destination. From a photon's perspective, if we can imagine such a thing, its entire journey happens in a single, timeless instant. Consider the light from the nearest star beyond our Sun. Proxima Centauri shines for 0.2 light-years away. By Earth's measurements, light from that star takes 4.2 years to reach us. Over 1,500 days of travel time. But the photon making that journey experiences none of those days. None of those years. From the moment it leaves Proxima Centauri's burning surface to the moment it touches your eye, no time passes at all from the light particle's perspective. Its journey of trillions of miles occurs in 0 seconds of its own experience. This is what happens when anything reaches the speed of light. Einstein's equations reveal that time dilation becomes infinite. Time stretches so far that it disappears entirely into a single, eternal moment. Your spacecraft, traveling at 90% of light speed, experiences significant time dilation. Your seconds stretch compared to Earth's timeline. But you still experience duration. You still age. You still move through time, just more slowly. Photons have crossed the ultimate threshold. They have achieved something you cannot. Complete escape from time's flow. Imagine a river with different currents. You float in the slow, deep current created by your high velocity. Your twin on Earth rides the faster current of normal speeds. But photons exist outside the river entirely. They inhabit a realm where the very concept of flow has no meaning. This timeless existence shapes everything about light's behavior. Photons cannot decay. They cannot age. They cannot change their fundamental nature during travel, no matter how far they go. A photon born in the heart of a galaxy billions of light-years away arrives at your eye exactly as it was when it began its journey. Unchanged by time because it exists outside time's domain. Light carries information across the universe with perfect fidelity. The red glow of an ancient star, the blue shimmer of a distant nebula, the complex patterns of radio waves from spinning pulsars, all preserved in particles that never experience the degradation that comes with time's passage. Your spacecraft's radio antenna receives signals from Earth. Those radio waves are photons too, carrying messages across the growing distance between you and home. From the perspective of these message-carrying particles, their journey from Earth's surface to your ship happens instantaneously. The radio announcer speaking into a microphone on Earth and your receipt of that signal aboard your spacecraft occur in the same timeless moment from the photon's viewpoint. Only you, existing within time's flow, experience the separation between transmission and reception. This creates a beautiful paradox. The fastest things in the universe, particles traveling at light speed, exist in a state of perfect stillness from their own perspective. They rush through space at incredible velocity yet experience no motion through time at all. Think of a photograph capturing a moment in perfect clarity. Everything frozen in place. No before or after, just eternal presence. This is how photons experience reality. Each one exists in its own cosmic photograph, unchanging and eternal. The light illuminating your cabin right now consists of countless such timeless particles. Each LED bulb, each computer screen, each softly glowing indicator sends out streams of photons that experience their entire journey from source to your eye in zero time. Even the gentle warmth you feel on your face comes from infrared photons, light beyond the red end of the visible spectrum. these heat-carrying particles share the same timeless existence as their visible cousins. Your body constantly interacts with this timeless realm. Your eyes detect photons that have escaped time's flow. Your skin absorbs infrared radiation from particles that exist in eternal now. You are surrounded by, immersed in, and dependent upon entities that inhabit a fundamentally different relationship with existence. But you cannot join them in their timeless state. Einstein's universe prevents anything with mass from reaching light speed. The energy required would become infinite. The universe simply won't allow it. This is perhaps a mercy. To achieve true light speed would mean losing your connection to duration, to memory, to the flow of experience that makes consciousness possible. You would gain the speed of light but lose the gift of existing through time. Instead, you have been given something more precious: the ability to experience time at different rates. To slow your journey through duration without stopping it entirely. To taste the universe from multiple temporal perspectives while remaining anchored in the flowing river of conscious experience. Your spacecraft carries you through the cosmic darkness, surrounded by these timeless messengers. Photons from nearby stars. Radio waves from distant galaxies. The cosmic microwave background radiation, light from the universe's own birth, still racing through space after nearly 14 billion years. From your perspective, this ancient light has been traveling for eons. But from the photons' timeless viewpoint, they left the early universe's glowing plasma and arrived at your ship sensors in the same eternal instant. You exist in a cosmos filled with immortal travelers. Particles that began their journeys when galaxies were young and will continue unchanged until they encounter matter somewhere in the far future. Each one carrying its message through space in a bubble of frozen time. As you drift toward sleep tonight, surrounded by these timeless companions racing through the darkness, you might wonder what it would feel like to return home after your own journey through Einstein's flexible time stream. Picture this moment, still years away but already written in Einstein's equations. Your spacecraft's engines fire one final time, slowing your vessel as it approaches Earth's familiar blue glow. Through the viewing window, you see home growing larger against the star-filled darkness. The same planet you left years ago. The same continents and oceans. The same moon hanging in its celestial dance. Yet everything has changed in ways both visible and invisible. Your twin brother stands in the same garden where he watched your departure. He's older now. Lines around his eyes speak of seasons you didn't witness. Grey threads in his hair mark years that passed differently for him than for you. He checks his watch as your landing craft touches down. By Earth's timekeeper's calculation, you've been gone for 10 years. 3,650 days. 87,600 hours. But you step from your spacecraft carrying a different kind of time. A slower, more spacious duration accumulated during your journey through Einstein's universe. Your ship's chronometer tells a different story. Perhaps 8 years have passed from your perspective. Perhaps 7. The exact difference depends on the mathematics of your velocity. The closer you travel to light speed, the greater the temporal gift you've received. The more bonus time the universe granted you during your voyage among the stars. Your twin approaches with a smile. The same warm expression you remember, now carved more deeply by Earth's faster time stream. He embraces you with arms that have carried 10 Earth years of experience. 10 full cycles of seasons and birthdays and quiet Sunday mornings. But your arms have carried something different. Perhaps 8 years of physical experience stretched across 10 years of Earth's timeline. You have aged more slowly, not through any failure of your biology, but through the generous mathematics of relativistic time. This is the twin paradox made visible. Made human. Made real. You stand together in the garden, two people who began life at exactly the same moment. Who shared the same womb, breathed the same air, grew up counting seconds by the same clocks. Now you exist as living proof that time itself can be divided, stretched, and experienced differently. The difference is written in your faces. Measurable in the length of your hair, the accumulation of small scars, the subtle changes that mark the passage of years. But it's also written in something deeper. In the radioactive decay of carbon-14 atoms in your bones. In the slow breakdown of cellular structures that serves as the body's most precise calendar. Scientists could measure these differences with extraordinary accuracy. They could count the radioactive clicks that mark biological time's passage. They could examine the molecular clocks embedded in every cell. All of these measurements would confirm what your eyes already know. You have aged less than your twin brother. Time dilation is not just theoretical anymore. It lives in the tissues of your body. It breathes in the rhythm of your still younger heart. But here's what makes this reunion truly beautiful. Neither of you experienced anything abnormal during your separation. Your twin lived through 10 perfectly normal Earth years. Each day unfolded with its familiar 24 hours. Each season arrived right on schedule. Time felt completely regular to him. And you experienced your journey as entirely natural too. Your days aboard the spacecraft contained their usual rhythms. Your body aged at its normal rate from your perspective. Your consciousness flowed through duration exactly as it always had. The miracle lies not in either individual experience, but in their relationship to each other. Two equally valid ways of moving through time. Two different currents in the river of existence, both real, both natural, both following the laws Einstein discovered. Your twin shows you photographs from the years you missed. His wedding to the woman he met just after your departure. Their children, now walking and talking and discovering their own relationship with wonder. Family gatherings where your empty chair marked your absence from Earth's timeline. You share your own photographs. Nebulae that painted space in colors Earth never sees. Binary stars dancing their gravitational waltz across the cosmic dark. Aurora phenomena on worlds where no human foot had ever touched ground. Both collections of memories are equally precious. Both represent authentic lived experience. But they accumulated at different rates in the universe's temporal accounting system. The numbers that describe your reunion would fill equations of elegant complexity. Lorentz factors calculating time dilation. Velocity curves showing how your temporal divergence grew with each increase in speed. Mathematical poetry describing the precise way space and time traded places during your interstellar voyage. But the most important truth needs no mathematics at all. It lives in the simple fact that you stand together again, two people who have explored different relationships with duration itself. Your twin has become an expert in Earth's time stream. He knows intimately how 10 years feel when experienced at the standard rate. How seasons change, how relationships deepen, how children grow in the familiar flow of terrestrial time. You have become something rarer. An expert in liquid time. You know how years feel when stretched by velocity. How consciousness moves through expanded duration. How the same biological processes unfold more slowly when viewed from a different temporal current. Together, you represent a unique form of human knowledge. A lived understanding of Einstein's universe that few people in history have ever possessed. The garden around you contains plants your twin started from seeds while you traveled between stars. Oak saplings that grew from acorns. Fruit trees that bore multiple harvests during your absence. Living calendars that mark Earth's passage through its 10-year cycle. But you carry your own kind of calendar. Memories of stellar formation. Observations of cosmic phenomena that unfold over geological timescales. You have witnessed the universe from perspectives that transform how consciousness relates to the flow of existence. As evening settles over the garden, you sit together on the old wooden bench where you carved your initials as children. The same names, cut by the same hands, now belonging to people who have aged at different rates through Einstein's generous cosmos. The stars emerge overhead, points of light that sent photons racing toward Earth throughout your entire journey. Some of the starlight touching your eyes tonight began its timeless voyage while you traveled through space's liquid time stream, carrying messages that span both your separated experiences of duration. Sit quietly now in the garden beside your twin, watching the first stars emerge in the evening sky. The same constellations that guided ancient navigators. The same patterns of light that inspired countless generations to dream of journeys beyond Earth's atmosphere. But you see these stars differently now. You have shared space with them. You have moved through the darkness between their distant fires. You have experienced time from perspectives that transform how consciousness relates to existence itself. Your journey has revealed something profound about the nature of reality. Something that goes far beyond the technical details of velocity and acceleration. Something that touches the very heart of what it means to be aware in this cosmos. Time dilation is not just a curious effect predicted by Einstein's equations. It is the universe's way of showing generosity to conscious beings who dare to explore its vastness. Think about what you have gained during your interstellar voyage. Not just the miles traveled or the sights witnessed, but something far more precious. You have received the gift of expanded time. Extra moments that the cosmos added to your personal experience of existence. Each second of your journey stretched into something longer and more spacious. Each minute became a container that held more wonder, more opportunity for reflection, more chances to appreciate the simple miracle of being conscious in an infinite universe. The mathematics that describe this gift are elegant beyond words. Lorentz transformations that show how space and time trade places. Equations that reveal how velocity through space becomes velocity through duration. Formulas that prove the cosmos operates according to principles more beautiful than any human poetry. But the real beauty lies not in the mathematics, but in what they represent. A universe that allows multiple ways of experiencing time. A cosmos that permits different rates of aging, different relationships with duration, different paths through the landscape of existence. Your twin experienced his 10 Earth years at the standard rate. Each day unfolded with its familiar rhythm. Each season arrived according to Earth's ancient calendar. His time stream flowed like a clear mountain river, swift and direct toward the sea of future moments. You experienced something different. Your years flowed like honey through cosmic sunshine. Slower, warmer, more viscous with possibility. The same biological processes unfolding in expanded time. The same consciousness exploring duration at a more contemplative pace. Both experiences are equally real. Equally valid. Equally precious. This is perhaps the most beautiful truth your journey has revealed. The universe does not impose a single, rigid timeline on all conscious beings. Instead, it offers multiple currents in the river of time. Multiple ways to experience the flow of existence. Some currents move swiftly, carrying consciousness rapidly through sequences of moments. Others flow more slowly, allowing deeper exploration of each second's infinite depth. All of them lead to the same cosmic ocean, but each offers its own unique journey through duration. Your spacecraft became more than a vehicle for crossing space. It became a device for exploring time itself. A laboratory for discovering how consciousness can inhabit different relationships with eternity. Every star you passed during your voyage existed in its own temporal environment. Massive stars that curve spacetime into deep wells where time flows slowly. Binary systems that dance through complex gravitational fields, each creating subtle variations in duration's flow. You traveled through this landscape of varied time. You sampled different temporal climates. You experienced firsthand how the presence of matter and energy shapes the very fabric of moments and hours and years. The photons that surrounded your ship throughout the journey exist in their own relationship with time. For them, no duration passes at all. They inhabit a realm of eternal presence where departure and arrival occur in the same timeless instant. You could not join them in their timeless state, nothing with mass can achieve such complete escape from time's flow. But you tasted something approaching their experience. You lived in moments that stretched toward the infinite, approaching the edge of eternity without quite reaching it. This is the universe's generosity made manifest. It allows consciousness to explore the boundaries of possible experience. It permits beings like you to discover how malleable, how flexible, how responsive time can be to motion and gravity and the simple act of daring to travel between worlds. Your journey has made you a translator between different temporal languages. You speak the swift tongue of Earth's timeline and the slower dialect of relativistic space travel. You understand both the rapid conversation of normal velocity and the deeper, more contemplative speech of liquid time. Few humans in history have possessed this bilingual relationship with duration. Few have experienced both the familiar pace of terrestrial time and the expanded rhythm of cosmic time dilation. Your knowledge is not just intellectual. It lives in your cells, in the slower accumulation of molecular changes that mark biological aging. It breathes in your memories of watching stellar phenomena unfold in time streams that dwarf human experience. You have become living proof that time is not the prison many imagine it to be. Not a constraint that limits experience, but a canvas upon which consciousness can paint different kinds of beauty. The universe has shown you that duration can be stretched like artist's clay, shaped by velocity into forms more generous and spacious than ordinary experience allows. It has revealed that time responds to consciousness's willingness to explore, to travel, to dare the journey between stars. Your twin's decade of earthbound experience is equally valuable. He has explored time's familiar currents with dedication and attention. He has discovered how relationships deepen, how seasons cycle, how daily life accumulates into years of meaningful experience. Together, you represent the full spectrum of human temporal experience. The swift and the slow. The familiar and the exotic. The terrestrial and the cosmic. As the garden grows darker around you, the stars emerge more clearly overhead. Each point of light represents another sun, another possible destination for consciousness willing to explore Einstein's flexible universe. Somewhere among those stars, other beings may be conducting their own experiments with time. Other spacecraft may be carrying other conscious explorers through the liquid time streams of relativistic space. And here on Earth, in this quiet garden, you and your twin have become part of the universe's own memory. Living witnesses to one of its most elegant gifts, the discovery that time itself can become an instrument of grace, offering expanded moments to those brave enough to journey beyond the boundaries of familiar duration.